I'm sure that most of you by now saw the debate that happened yesterday. But what most people are forgetting is that Harris is a Marxist. And for those of you that don't know who Karl Marx was, Karl was an unhappy, torn person that was miserable in his life and wanted everyone else to be miserable and believed in philosophies that were great at making people miserable. Marxism, over the last decade or so, has steeped into the elite societies like a fast-growing cancer, and it's spreading rapidly. But going back to Harris, what we don't have to forget is that this woman locked up many black American young men for smoking weed or selling weed for decades sometimes, and kept people in jail for cheap labor too. Meanwhile, she would joke in interviews that she had smoked weed herself. So let that sink in. I really have no dog in this fight. But what I do believe in is that the truth should be spoken and that people should look at the metrics and data. I believe most politicians are corrupt, but sometimes you have to pick and go with the lesser evil. Most celebrities and the rich elites, they don't seem to understand that, but they will when everything around them starts to collapse and there's no law enforcement to protect them. Biden was pushed out by Pelosi and rhino cronies, and while he's now sunbathing, who is running this country? That's the questions Americans should be focusing on and asking for, while we literally are indirectly in war with the Russians on the cusp of maybe a third world war. Who is in control of the nukes when shit hits the fan? We should look at those things. Inflation has skyrocketed under Biden and Harris. 30% on food, 25% increase on housing, 18 and more percent in utilities. Effective inflation is at 50% right now in the last 4 years. What more proof do Americans need on who to vote for? Unless you're absolutely crazy. Only rich celebrities don't feel the pain that normal Americans are feeling. During the Biden administration, she also pushed for transgender surgery for illegal immigrants in our jails for free, while our mentally ill veterans are rotting away on the streets, and lots of senior citizens are eating dog food because they can afford